Hi, Jason here from eGolf Megastore. I'm down here at our El Wasl branch, which is right next to the El Wasl Sports Club. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new irons that have just been either released or going to be coming out in the future. So we've just sort of recapping a little bit of what we did the last time, looking at what's on the horizon with woods. Now we're doing the same thing for the irons. And specifically we're going to be looking at the Cobra F7, we're going to be looking at the M1 and the M2 iron. Let me just take out and start off with some of the technology that we're looking at in some of them. So I've just grabbed the M2. What we're looking at in terms of technology is we're looking at, they've got the speed slot, which is helping with ball speeds throughout the face. What they're able to do is they're able to create faster ball speeds on the face, just giving it a bit more flexion off the face, as well as the face slots, which are also helping to just maintain a lot of ball speed on off-centered hits. So you can see the two face slots there, as well as the slot underneath. And what this does is just really helps with ball speeds. One of the key things to getting consistent iron play is getting consistent yardages. So you don't want to be hitting it out of the middle and it goes really fast and then hit it out of the toe or the heel and then lose quite a lot of ball speed. So this is what this iron's doing. As well as we're looking at their new geoacoustics technology, which is basically just helping improve the sound. Now, I'm not too much of a believer of, okay, well, you strengthen the iron loft, so therefore you make it a 7 iron into a 6 iron. Obviously, there is a bit of loft change, but I think with technology and the way that the clubs have gone, they launch it higher and therefore go further. So let's see these. These are extremely forgiving. They actually sit pretty nice for a slightly bigger club. I really got that one out of the toe. Okay, so not a bad start for a toed shot. So just showing the forgiveness of that club, because that wasn't very good at all. Okay, that was a bit better. So we can see that's going pretty far. And as I said, I'm slightly more on the try and get the irons going further, as well as the driver, but as long as we can keep that ball speed consistent through the off-centered strikes. Okay, so that was a much better strike on that one. Okay, so you can see these clubs are really long. I mean, that one I really caught pretty well. For me, I would be hitting a 7 iron. I'd be quite happy to hit a 7 iron 165. That last one carried 173, so definitely going a bit further. Let's have a look now at the Cobra F7 iron, and having a look at this, we've got some interesting face technology that they've got. They've got the power shell face, which is basically they're able to thin it out, making it a lot stronger, the material, but then they've thinned out the face. What that does, again, similar to what we saw, is just really helps with ball speeds. We're trying to get as fast off the face as we possibly can, as well as with their L-cup design. What it also does is it really helps the off-centered strikes, improving ball speed, as well as they've got a lot of perimeter weighting around the head, which increases the size of the sweet spot. So really forgiving golf club. The other interesting thing to note about the F7 is in the long irons, they've got a full hollow construction of the head. When you start moving into the 6 and 7 iron, it's only a half hollow construction, and then when you into the lower irons, the 8 iron, it's just a cavity back, and then the 9 and so on are actually just cavity back irons. So it progresses, and they're saying that they believe that should be the case. So interesting technology again, nice and forgiving golf clubs, as well as really going in terms of a performance. I looked down at that one, that actually sits really nicely for a game improvement club. I'll just give it a hit. Again, really good ball speed, so that's gonna travel. I lost that one a little bit to the right, but that's gone a long way. Okay, so full array of shots there, but certainly nice and forgiving. The look actually looks quite nice, even though it's a forgiving golf club. It actually looks like a player's club, so must say really nice. And then the last one that we'll take a look at is we're going to look at the M1, and that's basically just a slightly different version of the M2. It's a slightly smaller head, a little bit more compact head, a little bit thinner lines, just for that better player. Again, we've got the speed slot at the bottom, helping ball speeds. We've got the speed slots, the face slots, which also just helping those off-centered strikes. Really about trying to keep the ball speeds high throughout the whole face, just helping with that distance control. And then again, we've got that geoacoustic technology, just really helping the sound. So let me give that a hit. Noticeably, as this sits down, quite a bit slimmer than the M2. It actually really sits nicely. Nice, even though it's a forgiving club, looks a bit like a player's club. Okay, which takes my eye a little bit better. Wasn't the best swing, but the iron felt really nice. You can hear the dampening a little bit different in the sound there. Okay, that was a better strike. So all of these clubs, actually, as I've struck them and hit them pretty well, all the ball speeds are really high for me, maxing out there right at about 120, 121, which is really high for me for a 7-iron. And again, my carry, again, these are going a long way for me on the better strikes, for sure. Okay, so again, another good strike. This one sits nicely and really takes my eye. Again, really good distances. I'm getting it out there at about 175 for me for a 7-iron is a long way, especially being in the morning and having not being warmed up too much. But having a look at these irons, I'm really interested to see and get them into players' hands because they're nice and forgiving, and what I really like about them, they're definitely getting out there in terms of distance. I believe the guys are able to create lower center of gravities, therefore launching the ball much higher, and therefore they have to strengthen the lofts a little bit, otherwise the ball's just going to go up and spin too much, so they're going to get that forward momentum. So they are going the same flight. Even for me, those pinnacle heights and those launch angles are really high. I mean, I was getting those up at 19 degrees launch angle, and the actual pinnacle height was really high. So they're not losing trajectory, therefore not creating a 6-iron. Still getting the dispersion that we want. Clubs are all really good. I'm looking forward to seeing them. The other one I'm also looking forward to seeing is the new i200 from the Ping series. Initial testing shows also very good for a player's club performance-wise. Also something to look at. So why don't you come down to eGolf Megastore where you can try out all these new models. We can custom fit you for the set of clubs and we can get you into the right set.